Hello, you guys. It's Josiah back again with another important message. Tonight's message is going to be about the end times and basically how all the high important leaders and government officials are in it together to destroy humanity and how we should look at it. Now, I'm not going to be long with this video. Like I said, I want to be real quick. I'm just going to break down how some of these players, or what you call famous politicians and stuff, all these guys and countries, they're nothing more than WWE wrestlers. That's right. They're nothing more than WWE wrestlers. Now, some may say, well, what do you mean by that? Each person has a character, such as Vladimir Putin, Zelensky, Joe Biden. I'm going to break down their characters and explain to you guys some of the things that they're doing and how we should look at it. So I forgot to mention like a while ago, the whole Russia versus Ukraine thing, guys. Let me put this out there. Number one, don't fall for it, okay? Whatever the news media is telling you about what's really going on as far as Russia is the enemy, or some stations may say the Ukraine is the enemy. Listen. What if I told you that these big officials and big government officials and higher ups, they sit down, they have meetings, which you will call, and I want to say it's G7, or I want to believe it's called G5. Their meetings are not what they're telling you that they're on TV, meaning they're not sitting together thinking, wow, how can I help my country? Or wow, how can I help these, people get more funds so they can feed their family? No, they're all on one accord. They're all singing one song. And that song is they're all hungry and desperate for the New World Order. So like I said, real quick, I'll just tell you real quick about some of these characters and what they're portraying. Okay, so we all know that Joe Biden is supposedly the good guy that is better than Donald Trump. According to most Democrats, he's the guy that's here to save America because Trump couldn't run it right. Vice versa. Donald Trump is the guy that's evil and he's a guy that can't be trusted, and so forth and so on. The whole thing with Vladimir Putin too, because I was listening on some news articles and I heard some people saying that, and then they tried to throw race in here too. I'm glad that I remember this. I mean, they tried to throw religion. They tried to say that Vladimir Putin was a Christian and he was doing all this for Christianity. Guys, this man is, listen, to get on the level that he is on, you cannot be a believer of Yah. You have to make a deal with the devil to get in that spot. So don't sit up here and believe that nonsense. And I laugh because it's comical at some of the things that the news media throws out there and they expect for us to believe it. And some of us just take it and eat it hook, line, and sinker. Now, I got a couple more points, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from because, honestly, guys, this is serious. When these things do occur, I don't want you guys to be, paranoid or scared or afraid. I want you guys to say, hey, this brother gave me this information. I remembered it. I really researched it. He was spot on. And now I'm looking forward to these battles so I can handle it. In 1954, there was a president called Dwight Eisenhower. Now listen to this. This is why I keep telling you guys, the government is not our friend. These politicians are not our friends. I'm telling you, these guys are crooked and they're low down and they're rotten to the core. I can't stand none of them because they're all demons. In 1954, President Dwight Eisenhower, he made a deal. Listen to this. He made a deal with extraterrestrials, aka demons, in exchange for fallen technology. What the extraterrestrials wanted back was human blood, such as murder. They didn't care how it was done, just as long as they can get murdered by the thousands. That's what they wanted in exchange for this fallen technology. And once again, if you want to look up that treaty, it's called the 1954 G as in granddad, R as in Ronald, E as in elephant, A as in apple, D as for dog, and A for apple. The 1954 Greada Treaty. And when I came across this, and I just shook my head at President Eisenhower, and it's like, what is wrong with these people? They have no business being where they are, meaning calling the shots or call themselves running the country in the way that they think it should be. I mean, these guys are just so demonic and evil. And I looked at the interview that he did The dude looks so wicked. I mean, if you guys have the stomach to look it up, just look it up so you guys know this. But yes, all of our politicians and stuff are in this together. And let me put this perspective out there too, because I forgot to mention this. Back when COVID was really, really bad and it was really spreading like wildfire, there was a slogan that they kept saying over and over and over again. And this slogan was, "We are all in this together. We are all in this together." Now, at the time, I didn't think of it. I just said, okay, whatever. They're trying to, get people's confidence and stuff back up because people are depressed. But the more that I researched this, I'm willing to bet you 1,000% this was a slogan used to rub it in our faces. You want to know how they all are in on it together? Because Bill Gates is the same demon. He was the one that funded this. He sent money over there to Wuhan. And then there was another guy that was in Harvard that got busted for running this illegal operation to kill off humanity. So once again, Bill Gates, and I forget the other gentleman's name, but they got caught red-handed at Harvard sending money to Wuhan labs to get this operation started. I mean, this is so sickening. It's frustrating. And I have to keep beating the dead horse because I don't want you guys to ever to think that they're on our side. And last but not least, I wanted to say this too real quick about this whole end times thing or what have you. There's a theory out there that, of course, the United States is going to be invaded. I can't tell you when. I don't know the time. I don't know the date. But I'm willing to bet you that whenever this thing does happen, it's not by accident and it's not what the news tells you. Just because the news anchors get up there and they tell us, the United States got invaded by Russia. And the reason why Russia did it was because of XYZ. No, this was all by design. I told you earlier in the video that all are hungry and they're just salivating for the New World Order. And supposedly, the United States will be invaded by China and Russia. They're going to probably try to send them on both sides, meaning maybe send They maybe want to send China through the north and then maybe send Russia through the south. Any kind of way they want to really, really overwhelm the United States when they do this because this is a big country. And we've got a lot of blood on our hands. When I say we, I'm talking about this country. We've bombed innocent people. We've killed innocent people. And it's just sad that these people are doing this all for what at the end of the day. So you guys, let's say when you sell us out, you get your money, you live in your mansions. What's the point of it? I mean, you laugh and you cackle because you killed millions? I mean, you guys all need help and you all need to be put on Ritalin medicine, some kind of drug to keep you sane because all of these guys are nothing more than maniacs and these guys are wicked to the core and can't be trusted. Once again, this is a quick message about the end times, about the whole so-called Russian-Ukraine thing, our so-called politicians, who they are, what their WWE characters are, because they're nothing more than that. And I forgot to mention Kamala Harris is in there as well. Her whole thing is to try to bring peace to the African-American sisters and to possibly be Joe Biden's replacement, because we all know Joe Biden can't really stay awake anywhere he goes. He's constantly, falling asleep, falling off of bikes. I mean, it's just a disaster at what they're letting him get away with. And he's nothing more than a demon as well. Once again, I hope you guys learned something from this message. This is Brother Josiah. Don't forget to exercise. Let's work out. Never believe what they tell you on the news. And once again, when these end time events start kicking off, I want you guys to not be sad or depressed, but to know these things were all done by design. And all of these sick men are all in this together. Let's work out. You guys take care. Have a fantastic morning.